Team with really good guards. Greenwood and Rafa are both experienced, good players. Certainly have had success against us. You know, Coach Ellis does a great job. They play all different kinds of defenses, mix things up. I'm sure we'll see a bunch of different things tomorrow. And it'll be another great environment. You go to another school in the state and play them on their home court. You expect a good crowd. And just hope we certainly have some Clemson fans from the coast there to support us.
Tell me how important this game is from since of last year's a couple of games like this you dropped and they were one of them. Yeah. How important it is to kind of keep the momentum going?
Yeah, it's more just trying to build positive play heading into the ACC and our team feeling good about where we are. Certainly have played good at times this year and at other times have struggled a little bit to score. So we're trying to work out some of those kinks and you know, this is just another chance to try to do that heading into Christmas.
Do you remind your team of how this game ended here last year? Is that
not really? We haven't talked about that a lot this year yet. I mean, the older guys know. You know, we'll show some clips that'll remind them, just like we would for any game, in terms of guys making plays and those kinds of things. But you know, it's not like we're big into revenge and all that. When you play teams, you just, you know, every year's a new year, new team, and you're trying to go in there with a good mindset, trying to play good. And we need to just keep playing positive basketball. We need to do the things that we need to do to be successful, not just against Coastal, but against other teams in our league later.
Do you sense this is the fourth road trip now in the first month of the season? Is it having the effect of kind of helping a young team grow up a little bit?
You know, I hope so. I don't know. We certainly, you know, it's quite a few road trips for us early in the season. We haven't played as many at home. But, you know, some of these games can be good. Sometimes getting away from Clemson right now with things being a little quiet. I've talked about it last night on my radio show. I think it's hard sometimes for players this time of year to be on campus when there's not really anybody around, and you know, you practice and you know, you're just kind of looking to fill time. And sometimes trips like this are good because you're with your teammates, you're traveling, you're spending time together, you're eating restaurants together, you're bonding a little bit, and your focus is hopefully a little better. So we'll see, but you know, we've done a good job so far of playing on the road. Guys have approached things well at Furman and certainly in South Carolina, and then our trip to Orlando. I think our guys have had a good approach every time. I hope it continues.
Yeah, KJ, I know you're concerned about the defense for him and the rebounding and all the basic stuff, but he's now kind of maybe taking on that aura of when he's got the ball in his hands, maybe the home crowd especially gets that electricity about them. Have you kind of noticed that?
Well, yeah, because he makes so many highlight plays, you know, especially in the open court where he's really good. You know, we're trying to consistently make him a better player at the half-court level, because when you play really good teams, that's what happens. The game grinds into half-court games, and you got to be able to execute, make decisions, you know, make shots, figure out how to get other players shots. If you're a good player, you know, you have the responsibility of making others better. And KJ is kind of still learning that. He's still learning how to be a guy who's good enough to use his talents and skills to make somebody else better, get them open shots, find them on dump down passes, and it's coming. You know, it's not something, again, that he was used to, having played in high school at different positions and sometimes in the post. But it's certainly a skill set that we're working hard for him to improve, and I think that's the next major hurdle for him as a player.